Hello and welcome to June's Empower Insights. My name is Meaghan. I'm a naturopathic doctor who does predominantly somatic, intuitive, and sound healing in Calgary. Every month on the first of the month, I release monthly Empower Insights. These are insights that I receive for the month ahead from a group of beings who are interested in the expansion of human consciousness. So, June 2026, a crazy month ahead. And there is always 4 insights that I receive, and this month's are very interesting. So let's dive into it. So, the first insight that I received is the skies are widening to help us connect to our multidimensional nature. The skies are widening to help us connect to our multidimensional nature. What I received was this vision of a super wide expanse of sky, which is something that we experience here in Calgary. Beautiful, wide open skies. But there was more to this message. It was really about, there was also this feeling of deep connectedness to our galactic nature, to our multidimensional nature. And really, this is a time, more than any other time, where we have that ability to tune in to all that we are. Because as part of the human condition, however we see that having arisen, we have been blind to who we are and to the incredible power that we have and that we hold. Like, humans are absolutely incredible beings. And right now, we're in this time of expansion where people are starting to understand that, starting to get a sense of the abilities and the ways that we can connect and to our non-physically measurable skills and ability to tune in. And so right now, particularly this month, but of course the months ahead, there's an opportunity here to really lean into this. We are multidimensional beings. We are capable of so much more than we think we are. And this will probably mean different things for different people, depending on where you are in your path and your worldview and all of that. And that is great and beautiful. However you receive it is likely how you need to receive it right now. And so the suggestion here is to really lean into this in meditation, in journaling, in nature, in your, maybe you're out for a walk near water or with your feet on the grass or near other beautiful greenery, and really lean into the connectedness that we have with that. And then also this like expansive connectiveness that we have with our multidimensional nature. So if you can really lean into that and tune into the idea / reality that we have this ability to be so expansive and have these skills, so to speak, that are beyond our human ability at this moment to fully understand. So that was the first message that I was meant to relay to all of you. Now, number 2, the second insight was, this is kind of a funny one. We are in the time of sandpaper. When I was tuning into this, I kept getting the word harsh, harsh. And I was like, what does that mean? Harsh. This is really a time of bumpy roads, harsh surface. And right now, and especially this month, we're going to feel this, and maybe you do already, is that there's this bumpy surface and it doesn't feel good and it feels sort of like grating, right? If you relate to this, then I know you get it. And so right now we're in this process of sanding. I don't know about you, but I really don't like sanding. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like any of that. And yet, on the other side, that after you finish sanding, there's going to be this beautiful, smooth surface. Or you're going to have these lovely, soft feet with no calluses, whatever that looks like for you. But the process can be tricky and challenging and difficult, or just feel harsh. So this was really about leaning into that we are in this time of sanding. We're sanding away some of these harsh aspects of the surface, arguably underneath as well. And although it doesn't feel amazing, and it probably won't feel like smooth sailing this month, we're gonna get there. And we're going to be on the other side. And when I lean into that, I get this vision of a really beautiful, still surface of a lake or of water, or a really smooth surface of something that you've just finished sanding. So it's coming, but we're still in the process, in the time of sandpaper. And so just to remember that as things feel bumpy. And so maybe some of you are not experiencing that right now, and that is wonderful, but I know a lot of you are, and a lot of you will feel this through this month. We're in the time of sandpaper, but we're going to come out on the other side. So if you can just remember that, sometimes sanding feels like a marathon. We're in that right now, but it's going to yield something beautiful. And even as we go through this month, noticing when things come up that feel disjointed, that feel almost like a regression sometimes, like, ugh, I'm not progressing the way I want to be. I'm not expanding the way I want to be. This is going to pass. So staying with it, knowing, having that visual of sanding, of like clearing away the bumpiness, the scratchiness of the surface to get to the other side of that beautiful glassy water that I'm sure we all are looking forward to. So, insight number 3. This is an interesting one. This is about, well, the insight is to step out of time. Step out of time. Now, many of us can feel how quickly time is moving. So fast. I've heard this from so many people. This accelerated time experience has been forecasted by astrologists and by other intuitives. So it's not a surprise for many of us, and yet we're in it. And it's like, how on earth is it June 2026? And yes, of course, as we age, time gets faster, but this feels different. And those of you who get this know what I'm talking about. It's like time has sped up times 2 or something, maybe even more. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm just holding on to the back of a way too fast moving roller coaster. And so the insight, the challenge, if you will, for June was to work on stepping outside of time. Not allowing yourself to get carried away by the pace, by the feel of that super accelerated timeline. And I'm not saying this is an easy task, but when we're stuck in that fast moving motion, we tend to lose sight of what's going on, right? We're just, like I said, we're just trying to hang on for dear life and make it through to the other side. If we can step out of that and sort of have this picture of all the stuff moving on around us, this not only makes your experience a lot nicer, but helps you to integrate all of the crazy stuff that's happening really quickly. And again, I know that many of us are experiencing this where it's like so many things are happening. Maybe this is why time feels so fast. Because personally, in the world, everywhere, time, there's so much compressed into such a short time. And so it's a lot. It's a lot for us to process. So if we can step out of that experience of time, that velocity of time, we'll be able to integrate it. And we are multidimensional beings, so we actually can do this. Again, I'm not saying this is easy, but sometimes it's just about bringing that intention into your meditation or into your mindfulness practice or into your nature walk or into your 5-minute break in between meetings. Trying to step out of that and not get carried away by that frenetic pace. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't do all the things. So I have felt this in a really big way recently because there's so many things going on. And I see it with a lot of people around me as well, that we are involved in, right? We are involved in a lot of things that are going on. And it's not that we stop doing those things, it's that we do them, but we have this ability to step back and also observe ourselves and observe what's going on. Very much, this could fall into under the category of a witnessing practice. Now, I do have a membership called Insight Online, and I have practices that go along with each of these insights every month. And so if you want to dive in deeper on any of them, then you can join that. The link is below. But first, we have to talk about the fourth insight. Now, I've noticed the theme over the last few months has been to incorporate an emotionally driven insight. And so this is that one. And this insight is gratitude brings us into the here and now. Gratitude brings us into the here and now. It's somewhat of an obvious statement, but this is something, especially in light of the velocity of time, that is really important for us right now. So anybody who hasn't done a gratitude practice, it's very good at helping you be present. So when time's moving fast and we've got a lot going on, it's actually difficult to be present with what's happening, right? And so one beautiful strategy is to lean into this idea of gratitude, because it slows us down and we're able to stop and be here. And just, even if it's just for a moment, to be like, wow, I'm really grateful for this thing. It gives us that ability to step into the present really quickly, to acknowledge what's right in front of us and to see what's beautiful right in front of us. And so this insight is really about bringing that intention into June as we fly through this crazy month. I'm sure then the July monthly insights are going to feel like it's next week, but really we're going to go through this another really fast-paced month. If we can step out of time, step into a space of gratitude, even if it's just for a moment, this is going to make that process so much easier. So those are the intuitive insights for this month. Like I said, I go into greater detail in particular around practices to help us with this month. That is all found in one of my membership portals, which is called Insight. And it's all about somatic healing and really digging deep on ourselves and understanding our ability to connect intuitively and to understand ourselves in a deeper way. Beautiful healing portal. So you can find the link for that below and learn more about these monthly insights. But otherwise, I will see you July 1st.